Seems like almost every large update that drops has some positive effects on Nekros. If we even go back to Gas City update for example, added amalgam mods are huge for Nekros. Deimos update let Nekros use his next to infinite energy to great extent with Gloom. Now Archon shards have unlocked more mod slots and Nekros couldn't be happier. Especially considering that for the most part, the most viable build of Nekros is done by using 2 augment mods, which takes up a lot of room. But even armor stripping buff hit Nekros and hit him hard. His Terrify is very potent now and able to remove armor in one click. In my previous video, this ability was so bad, I ditched it, but now I'm keeping it and Gloom replaces his first ability. With Conjunction Survival being introduced and raising up the bar in terms of enemy levels we start off with, it's worth talking about this frame, because as of now, he's my favorite to do this mission with. It's a combination of Desecrate and Equilibrium that gives near infinite energy, Gloom that slows enemies down, Terrify that strips all the armor off that does it for Nekros. Even his shadows are a nice bonus. Apart from huge damage reduction, they're also ones to take the brunt of the enemy's aggression. Gloom also helps operators when we need to finish off those tracks units, as slowing enemies down leaves enough of an opening to do that carefree. Nekros' build looks like this. 2 augments we already mentioned, health conversion and equilibrium to make use of all the health orbs spawned by Desecrate, a little bit of range, a little bit of duration, and 2 umbral mods for health and ability strength. For aura, I use growing power since all my weapons in this loadout deal too much status. And that little bit of extra strength is needed to reach 100% armor strip with what 2 umbral mods give us. You can use corrosive projection and that would also do the same, but I chose this because extra strength helps Gloom and Shadows of the Dead. Archon Stretch works, but only if you get lucky and one of your shadows is an electric Eximus. It's not a big win over regular Stretch, as Nekros already gets so much energy, but if we can benefit from it, even the slightest, I see no reason not to use it. Unless you don't find Nekros Prime to be worth of your Umbra Forma, in which case using regular Stretch will leave just enough capacity to use 2 Umbra mods with no Umbra Forma. Archon Continuity, I couldn't confirm if it works. Extra proc would be nice with Condition Overload and Galvanized mods, but 2 times I've got Venomous Eximus to be my shadow, I didn't see any corrosive procs. In theory it helps a bit, so I'll keep on trying. For arcanes, I'm currently using new Arcane Blessing to add more HP. This is mostly for my cat because someone at these headquarters is paid to think that it's good game design to revive your companions all the time. Arcane Guardian on top is there mostly when I'm moving locations, like in Kuva's survival mission, so I can tank enough before I get settled in a new place with all the shadows around me. But to go back on the new Conjunction Survival, I did about 3 hours with this very build and it was smooth as butter. Armor stripping makes it irrelevant that enemy levels are going higher and higher, Gloom helps there as well as they don't attack Nekros much, and Desecrate keeps the life support up without an effort. And it's Kuva Con that keeps mowing them down. With Magnetic Lich element and build for Viral and Electricity, it builds up that Galvanized Savvy quite fast. Thanks to Nekros spawning a lot of ammo, I can use projectile flight speed on this loadout and never run out of ammo. And we have an amalgam mod here, and this one is here to make reviving companions less of a pain in the rear end. For secondary weapon I use Epitaph, and while it is one of the best secondaries in the game as of now, on Nekros it's there mostly for the fashion. Just look at it, it looks like it's a part of his deluxe skin. But yeah, here's a build of it. If you want a full breakdown, I have a separate video on the channel for all the weapons I use here. Ripcus is the default weapon for Nekros because of its amalgam mod. This time it's not because we need to revive pets, but because of added gore chance, making enemies fall apart and giving more pieces to Desecrate. But it can be built for a very, very strong heavy attack. High Riven Disposition allows for 4x initial combo, and with other 2 weapons being so good at inflicting status, I'm quite comfy to use Condition Overload to force that bleeds on heavy swings. As a pet, it's of course a meta Kavat, since Nekros at its core is still a frame that spawns more loot. For Archon shards, this one's nice. I've put 2 that add 50% extra energy pool each, because shadows and armor stripping both sum up to 175 energy and Nekros Prime only has 188. With Gloom being active, sometimes that's not enough, especially when moving from one area to another. 2 shards for improving casting speed. This one comes with no explanation needed because even Acolyte who spawns shadows is gifted with invulnerability when casting that ability. Nekros meanwhile just cries in the open for what it seems like 2 centuries. Remaining shard slot is to improve effectiveness of health orbs. This does not affect energy through equilibrium, but it helps the cat stay alive, because again, it's fun for companions to suck. Focus Cool is Matter Eye. Extra ability strength is welcome to nearly cap out Gloom. Nekros also does not have innate damage buffs, so using Matter Eye when needed is of great help. Also considering that Trax units are reasonably tanky, it's well worth it. I use this on solo survival. For groups, I would probably run less strength on Gloom, aka just not activate Matter Eye's 40% extra, and that would be better. For solo, it's nice to have an entire area locked down, and you can easily manipulate where enemies group up by moving back and forth and freezing them on choke points. But seriously, almost every update brings something that helps Nekros in a meaningful way, and I'm looking forward to more of that, because as of now, he's easily one of my favorite frames, and when I say he, I mean this entire loadout, as everything just gels together. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.